The Democrats' effort to expand voting rights could collapse in the Senate tonight. This bill has no Republican support and is expected to fail. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer plans to propose changing the rules so the bill can be blocked by a so-called talking filibuster, but he doesn't appear to have the votes to pass it. Scott MacFarlane is on Capitol Hill with more on this story. Scott, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gayle. After months of marches, meetings, and maneuverings, the Senate could vote today on this sweeping new voting rights bill, but without the support of two moderate Senate Democrats, Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona and Joe Manchin of West Virginia, to change Senate rules, it appears destined to fail, and that is angering many of their colleagues.
You better stand up, because if you don't, they're coming after your rights next.
Democrats are moving forward in an effort to put all senators on the record on the issue of voting rights. Their bill, among other things, would allow for early and no excuse mail-in voting across the country and make Election Day a federal holiday. It faces almost certain defeat.
Their cataclysmic predictions for failing to support their entirely partisan election reform, worked out entirely by themselves, without any input whatsoever from any single person on my side of the aisle, they're far beyond the pale.
The proposed legislation would also make it harder for states to stiffen requirements for voter ID.
Hell no! Hell no! Hell
That's
no.
exactly what's just been formally proposed in Michigan, where the Reverend Charles Williams is knocking on doors and telling voters to oppose the plan for Michigan Republicans to tighten voter ID rules.
Generations to come will say, my father, my grandfather worked hard to protect my right to vote.
Michigan's Democratic Secretary of State says she'd like Congress to pass the new federal law today.
Throughout history, we've seen the critical need for the federal government to be a partner in the team that protects democracy.
But the state's Republicans say these matters are best left to states to decide.
That is one of the top things that they talk to me about is, what are you doing to ensure that our elections are fair?
And here on Capitol Hill, some extra pressure on one of those two holdout senators, Joe Manchin of West Virginia, who says he won't change Senate rules. In a letter, Alabama football coach Nick Saban and NBA Hall of Famer Jerry West asked Senator Manchin to reconsider. Coach Saban, Mr. West, both native sons of West Virginia. Gayle?
Certainly getting a lot of high-powered pressure. Thank you very much, Scott.